Hello, dear friends. I'm Marina from MarsStars.net, and this is the June horoscope for everyone who have their sun or ascendant sign in Cancer, just like me. Okay, guys, so very interesting month. Definitely one of the most important during the whole year because we have Mars going retrograde. This is the biggest event. I'm sure that you have already heard a lot about it. But actually, we need to talk about it a lot because we are not so used to this transit. It happens only once in 2 years. So it's not like Mercury, it's not like any of the other planets which can be retrograde for a couple of months each year. This is once in 2 years for 2 months. So this event will actually happen at the end of the month. So by the end of the video, we will talk more about it. Now let's start with the beginning, which is actually very, very positive. At the very beginning of June, we have a grand trine in water signs, including Venus, which is actually in Cancer, Jupiter in Scorpio, and also Neptune in Pisces. A very harmonious combination, very emotional combination, by the way. All of the planets are in water signs. Water is the element of emotions, imagination, inspiration, sensitivity. And in your case, in our case, actually, it will this grand trine will activate the fire houses, first, fifth, and ninth house. The fire houses are about taking action, about doing something. So it's a very harmonious combination, actually, to start something. And we can actually enjoy those activities, these experiences. We might be very inspired. We might be also very successful. Remember that Jupiter is the planet of success. Venus is the planet which brings you harmony and pleasant emotions. Also for love, this is a great combination. And Neptune is actually quite similar to Venus. Of course, there are some other specific things about Neptune, but this is also the planet related to emotions and feelings and empathy and connection with others and creativity and art and beauty. So fantastic combination, guys. Really great time to enjoy your life, to enjoy more yourselves, to value more yourself, to appreciate yourself, and also to do something. After all, the firehouses are about taking action. So it's not about working really hard and fighting for something. This is something which is natural, which is happening in a harmonious, positive, easy way for all of us. So specifically, the first week of June is very, very positive for everyone. And in our case, for the Cancer Sun or Ascendant people, it's time to take action about something that you can really enjoy and love. Okay, also at the very beginning of the month, we have the Sun in Gemini. Now, keep in mind that this month will actually bring a significant shift for us because until the 21st, the Sun is in Gemini in 12th house. After the 21st, the Sun is in Cancer in 1st house. So a very significant shift in the energy around us. And until the 21st, when the Sun is in 12th house, this is a time when you can finish with some old things. This is the time to reevaluate the previous 1 year, what you have achieved, what would you like to improve, what would you like to concentrate on more. And after the 21st, with the Sun in Cancer in 1st house, actually this is like a new beginning for all of us. When we can start new things, when we might be really inspired to attract more attention, we may feel more energized, more confident in ourselves. Before that, until the 21st, it's also a great time to relax more, to take a rest. Honestly, I feel like I have to do it. I'm not sure how I will find time for this rest, but I feel that I need this rest. And I think that for many cancers, this is something which is necessary. Take your time to relax, take your time for yourself, to recharge your energy and everything. And after the 21st, we have a new beginning. We have the new astrological personal year for everyone with their who have a Cancer Sun or Ascendant. And this will be a great time for new projects and new activities, and basically starting a whole new period. Also, we have Mercury in Gemini in 12th house at the beginning of the month. This transit also requires more focus on your inner world. This is a transit which can make you more introverted, and we definitely need more rest. After the 12th, Mercury enters Cancer. So we can be more communicative, more willing to connect with others, share ideas, share experiences. So definitely it will activate a little bit the energy. And also after the 29th, Mercury will enter Leo and second house, which is a time to focus on practical things, material issues, financial issues, organize money, or have some great new ideas how to improve your material financial situation. Of course, Venus will be in Cancer at the very beginning of the month, like we already said, and that's fantastic transit, especially for women. Not only, but specifically for women, this is a great time actually to pay more attention to your appearance. Do something which will make you feel more feminine. Like, for example, you can see my flower, a little big, a little bit, maybe too much, but I really like it. And this is so feminine, actually. So maybe you can do something smaller for yourself, something which will make you feel comfortable, something which will make you feel really in touch with your feminine energy. For men, this might be also a nice time to pay attention to their appearance. Also, you may really enjoy the company of women. You might be more attractive to women, and you might be more sensitive. Everyone with Venus in first house actually can be quite sensitive and emotional during this period. And after the 13th of June, Venus enters Leo and second house, which is actually very positive position for financial issues. Remember that Venus is the natural ruler of second house, so it can really bring you some benefits in terms of resources, in terms of practical material issues. And you can receive money, or you can improve your financial situation without working really hard for that. And also during June, we have Neptune going retrograde. This happens on the 19th of June. And Neptune is in Pisces. Basically, it will be stationary on the 16 degree and 30 minutes in Pisces. So pay attention if you have any cusp of a house or another planet maybe which is close to this degree, because in this case you can really feel the influence of this transit. Normally it should be positive for most of us, because Neptune is making trine with Cancer. Neptune will be in ninth house, so maybe a time to think about your beliefs. Maybe something can shift for you, something can change. You can feel more inspired. Again, the focus is more on an inner level when Neptune goes retrograde. And finally, the biggest event during the month, definitely, and one of the most important during the whole year, is Mars going retrograde. It happens on the 27th. Mars will be in Aquarius in our 8th house. For that specific event, we are going to have a whole webinar. You can find more in the description below, with actually all of the other events described as well. And during the webinar, we will talk about general indications we have to know about Mars retrograde, and also everyone who participates in this webinar will get a personal report by me explaining which house will be activated in your chart, and are there any major aspects with your natal planets, because that's extremely important. And actually, it can help you to understand if this will be a very intense period when you need to be careful, or it's not such a stressful period for you. For example, in my horoscope, Mars will be stationary in exact conjunction with the cusp of my 8th house. At the same time, it will also make a square with my Pluto. So personally, I know that I have to be very careful at the end of June, also the beginning of July, because after all, Mars in 8th house for Cancer people is a time to be really careful. 8th house can bring you critical situations, dangerous situations, possible losses, specifically in the financial area. So if that's your case, you really need to be prepared about it. And unfortunately, in order to be able to give you this personal answer, I need to see your chart. So if you're interested, as I said, you can find more in the description below. Plus, you can find also all of the events I just talked about with the exact dates, which planet will enter the sign and which house actually it will activate in your chart. So you can come here for future reference and check out this information. So interesting, exciting month coming ahead. I hope that this information was helpful. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you very soon.